Hello and welcome back to my Christmas Craft Extravaganza. This is where I am making a Christmas craft every day of December leading up to Christmas. Today I have raided the fabric stash again and I have pulled out this awesome Grinch fabric which I've had for years, and I thought that we could make some scrunchies with it because my hair's getting longer and I'm tying it up all the time now. So it's about time that I use it. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me, show you how I make scrunchies. It's super easy and these make great gifts as well. So my crafting really has taken over the entire house as I'm going to be doing my measuring out here on the kitchen bench. It's actually a really good height for cutting out at because you don't have to bend over as far. Right, so I've got my fabric here and I just noticed this tag, $3. That's all I paid for this fabric. It was probably about, I don't know, probably close to 10 years ago actually, because it was from Textile Traders. So yeah, this is my fabric and we now need to cut it in to size. So just to make things easier, I am going to fold it in half. Okay, so I am just going to give a bit of a warning here. If you are a sewer and you do things properly, this is probably not the tutorial for you. I don't do things technically, so I just do things the way that I find them the most easiest. So I'm just using a ruler and we want to measure out our fabric. I am going to mark it with a pen. It is an erasable pen though, so if it gets heat, the pen marks will disappear, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be on the inside of the scrunchie anyway. Okay, so the important bits, the measurements you're going to want to measure your fabric at. We want to make it 12 centimeters wide. So I've done the marking there, and we want them to be 60 centimeters long. So because it's folded in half, we only want to go up the 30 centimeters. So again, just marking it. And I'm going to mark it at this end as well so that I can match it all up and mark my lines for cutting. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out along the lines. I've got my sewing scissors, my fabric scissors here. It really is a good idea to have fabric scissors because it just makes it so much easier for cutting fabric. You wouldn't think that it makes a difference, but if you've ever tried cutting fabric with just your standard scissors, you'll notice the difference that the fabric scissors make. Okay, so here is our piece. That is it unfolded. So there's a good amount of little Grinches on this. And we're just going to fold it in half long ways now so that we can stitch up along the side. So if you want to grab your iron out and iron the seam line flat, absolutely go for it. I'm not a fan of ironing, so I am not going to be doing that. I've got my little pins here. Again, you don't have to pin it, but you can if you want to. I'm just going to pop those pins into the center so that I'm not going to run into them as I go along with my machine. And it's just going to hold it in place, makes it just a little bit easier. Okay, so then before we head over to the sewing machine, I need to just mark out the end piece. So we want to come up about 3 centimeters and just put a little line at that point because we're not going to sew that end piece. So we're only going to sew up to that line. Just going to leave the end bit. And we're going to do the same on the other end as well. So about 3 centimeters. You can leave a little bit more if you like. A little bit less and it gets a bit tight, but you can always leave a little bit more. This is going to form the hole for where we put our elastic in afterwards. All right, so going to sew from line to line. So when I raided my threads box, I was really surprised to find that I actually have Grinch green thread in my sewing box, which I don't know why I have this green, but I do, so which is pretty lucky. Okay, so time to stitch. So I'm going to start from that line where I marked, and I'm just going to be using a straight stitch. Obviously, choose whichever stitch you prefer to use. I'm quite happy just using a normal straight stitch. Also, I do recommend making sure that you do your overstitches at the beginning quite well, just because we put a little bit of pressure on those afterwards when we're turning our scrunchie inside out and when we're threading the elastic through. So we want to make sure that those beginning and ending stitches are going to hold well. Okay, so now that our seam line is stitched, we're just going to remove the pins out. And then we now need to turn our fabric tube in the right way. Now, if you want to trim along that edge seam line, if you've got quite a bit of excess fabric, you can do that. That's going to make it a little bit easier for turning in and out as well. I'm not going to, I don't think I've got too much excess there, but I'm just going to start pulling it through. Now you can use things like knitting needles, crochet hooks, long pointy things to help you pull this into the right way. I am just doing it like this. I do have a big wooden knitting needle sitting right next to me, but I actually just find this the easiest way, and just give it a good shake if you need to. So this only takes me a few minutes just to turn it all in the right way. So when we get to the end, we'll have those little open bit as well. So I'm just going to straighten the scrunchie out. Again, if you want to grab the iron out, absolutely go for it. I am not going to, but we do want to make sure that that seam line is along the side so that we can now line our ends up. So those two open ends with the, I'm going to say cuts, they're not really cuts because we just didn't sew them, but those open bits, we want to now join those together. So we're going to find the two matching corners, and then I'm just going to straighten it just to make sure that we haven't got any twists in there. And then using the sewing machine again, or you can do this by hand if you find it too difficult, because it is a little bit tricky. We want to sew that edge around there. So yeah, it can get a little bit fiddly and a little bit tricky. I also find that it is a bit difficult to pin this area as well. So go nice and slow, because it is hard to kind of hold it together and keep those edges together whilst we go around. This is what it now looks like, which looks a bit of a mess, but we just need to now flip that into the inside, and that is now a nice tube, and that little bit there is our opening where we are now going to thread our elastic through. My stitching actually has skipped that end bit, so I might just quickly fix that. Okay, so there is our little opening which we are now going to put our elastic through. So before we do that, I will just cut off some of these little loose strands just so we don't get too tangled. So it's just the loose threads from those stitches. Right, so with our elastic, I've just got quite a cheapy elastic here, but it's still nice and stretchy. And we want to cut ourselves about 25 centimeters. So I'm just going to measure that there. I might go slightly longer just because I'm just going to tie a normal knot. So that's going to take a little bit of the elastic. So I think I probably went about 26 centimeters here. And we now need to thread it through our loop. And as you can see, the loop is quite a lot bigger than our elastic, which is what's going to give that whole scrunchy look. So we need to put something on the end of the elastic to thread it through. I don't have a safety pin handy, but I do have this lightning bolt clothing pin handy. So this one actually works quite well because it's long and it's got a bit of weight to it and it's got the point. So I actually find this is quite good for threading the elastic through for the scrunchies. So my method here is pretty much I've got the pin at the end of my finger and then I'm pretty much just going to try and get as much of that scrunchie fabric onto my finger as possible. And I'm pushing that pin downwards as I'm bringing the fabric up. Now we do want to be really careful that we don't lose the other end of the elastic. So if I had a safety pin or another pin handy, I could definitely pin that to the other end of the scrunchie. I could possibly pin it to the tablecloth. That would kind of stop it. Sometimes I just hold it within my teeth. Whatever works really, just you don't want that other end to disappear into the scrunchie. Otherwise you just get yourself in a big fat mess and yeah, it makes it very difficult. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear, there is snoring going on in the background here. It's my dogs are sitting right next to me snoring, making a big loud noise. So if you can, wondering what that noise is, it is my doggies. All right, so I pretty much got this almost to the end. So I'm just coming at it from the other angle now, and I just want to try and pull that through. This is the point where I need to be really careful about that other end. Okay, so once I've got that end through, I'm just giving it I'm holding both of those ends of the elastic nice and tight, just making sure that it's through nicely and that I'm happy with how it's gone through. If your elastic was a bit thicker, you might have felt a twist in there. Now would be the opportunity to untwist any twists that are within your elastic. Mine isn't very thick though, so I'm not feeling any twists within it. Okay, so I am just going to do a normal knot, just wrap it around my finger and tuck it under. Like that. And I'm just going to pull the knot up as high as I can to the top of the elastic ends. Give it a nice strong pull. And then I will just trim the ends of the elastic off, just so we don't end up with a bit of a bulge within our scrunchie. So now when I pull the scrunchie, that knot will disappear in, and then all I have to do is close up that little gap that we had left before. So I want to make sure that the ends are tucked in so that we're not got any rough edges of fabric sticking out. So make it nice and neat. And again, if you would prefer to hand sew, you can definitely hand sew this. We now have the elastic, so the scrunchie is trying to scrunch on itself. So it means you've got to kind of hold it stretched out. And when we're stitching, we want to make sure that we're not stitching onto the elastic. We just want to stitch that gap of fabric closed. Okay, so it is nicely closed up now, barely even noticeable, which is really good. And I'm just going to cut those little loose threads off and our scrunchie is finished. Okay, so I ended up making 3 scrunchies. They were pretty quick and easy to make. So I'm going to stop and have some lunch and then I'm going to get back to making some more. So highly recommend this craft, really quick and easy and great gifts for Christmas. Don't forget, I will be back with some more Christmas crafts tomorrow and every day leading up to Christmas. So I'll see you then.